Hi there, today we're learning about the decimal format class. So Java normally will display a double data type like this, like the following. If you have the number 20,000, it'll display it without any commas, and it'll put usually one decimal place in there. You might want to display the number like this, 20,000 with a comma after 3 zeros and with no decimal place. The decimal format class will allow you to format numbers like this. So the first thing you have to do is you have to import the decimal format class just like this, import space java.text decimal format. And then let's say you create a variable called DBL number and you put 30,000 into that double data type just like this. Well, if you were to display that data later on with no formatting, it would show up like this. However, if we create a formatter object using the decimal format class, and right here's the syntax to do that, so decimal format, formatter, new decimal format, and right here is what you tell the decimal formatter class, you tell it how to format your number. So these zeros are nothing more than placeholders, and this number sign right here just says, hey, create the number as far out to the left as it will go. So if we used this formatter object right here to format the numbers, so we say formatter dot format. This right here is the method. This formatter here is the object. This right here is the method. And then we say DBL number. So format DBL number according to the way that we said right here. This is what it will show up. It'll appear to be, or it will display on the screen. It's going to have those two decimal places just like this one does right here. So if we have another formatter object, this one, let's say we call it formatter2, and this time we say, hey, don't put any decimal places in there, and just fill the number using this format. If DBL number was 30,000, this is how it would display. We got formatter2, so now I'm using formatter2 right here, and I'm saying format the number. So it would display 30,000 without any decimal places. Let's look at this example right here for formatter 3. This time I'm telling the formatter to always have one decimal place and always create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 place marks. So it'll format 30,000 just like this. If DBL number was 300, it would show up like this. So you'd have those zeros in there because these are pretty much placeholders. Let's look at this fourth example of a formatter object. So right here I've got formatter 4, and I'm saying, hey, you know what? After every third number right here, put a comma, and I want 2 decimal places. So 30,000 would appear just like this. If I want the information to be displayed as currency, I'm going to put a dollar sign out here along with 2 decimal places, and this is what 30,000 will be formatted as. And then I can also do percents with a decimal format class, and here's how this works. You just have a number pound symbol 0 and then the percentage sign, and if I made, let's say, DBL number equal to 0.30, the formatter here would format it as 30%. So if we look at this in a program real quick, notice in here I've got, I import 2 Java statements. I've got one that says java.text decimal format. I've got another one that says import java.utilScanner. I've got my class heading right here, my main method heading. I create a variable called DBL number. I then create a scanner object called keyboard. I then tell the user, you buy pizzas. How much do the pizzas cost? Grab that number from the user, put it into DBL number, and then I basically I'm just showing the differences in the formatting between the formatter objects that I create. So the first time I'm going to say no formatting. I'm going to say the pizzas cost, and it doesn't have any, it's not going to format the number at all. The second time it's going to give us 2 decimal places using this formatter object. Third time it's not going to have any decimal places at all. There are going to be no commas. With this formatter object right here, it's going to have just 1 decimal place, and it's always going to have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. For this formatter object right here, we're going to have a comma after every third number, and we're going to have 2 decimal places. And for this formatter object, we're going to have a $sign along with the decimal places in the comma. And then at the bottom here, we're going to show an example using percentage. So if I run this, and let's say I type in 300. So let's look at this real quick. So if I don't use any formatting, it's going to format it like this. For the first formatter object, it's going to format it with 2 decimal places. With this one right here, it's going to there are not going to be any decimal places. So I'm using the second formatter object right here. With the third, we're always going to have 5 places for the zeros. With the fourth, we're going to have commas after every third number. So here's how that works. Of course, right here we didn't even go to the thousands place, so we won't see that. For this one, we're always going to have a $sign representing currency. And for the fifth one, we are using the percentages, and this is how we used the decimal format class to create that. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.